he done disappeared again.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Kendrick. I mean, that been his thing though. Drop, make noise, disappear. So that been what it was. But a lot of you niggas who didn't have a face in the industry, y'all might have just burned a lot of bridges. Low key side note with
For no
Kendrick,
reason.
like, oh yeah, fuck Drake. Yeah, we riding. Oh shit, where Kendrick at? That
Yeah.
nigga back in Ghana.
Yeah,
You
and I feel like
on the front line.
he the type of nigga too. He didn't promise nothing. I'm sure he didn't promise nothing. He like, we did this. That's what it is. I think it was the artists that were there that thought that would be enough. You know what I mean? To just do whatever and then drop a tape. Nah, you got to put the pressure on. You got to apply that shit because people are already not checking for the West. That was some of the biggest eyes we've had in years, in my opinion, when it comes to music. So for anybody who didn't take that as the time to go ahead and apply the pressure and make good music, they fucked up and they dropped the ball. And they might have burned some bridges in the process. And now it's like, yeah, where is K-Dot? This nigga ain't nowhere to be found. He doing his regular shit. It's looking ugly.
Okay, I got a question just based off of what we said. Because this is what Drake, whether or not he's riding the wave of these new up and comers, he's still giving them shine. So does Kendrick showcase new talent? Like, does he help showcase new talent and break new acts? Because being the king of the West, getting your stamp of approval is big for an up and coming artist. Like when Game was on, and Game jumped on your track and did a verse, or the Game let you get on his album and do a verse, that was big for you. When Snoop was the king, that was big for you. K-Dot is the king. I don't really see him out here maneuvering other than cameos and people showing up to his videos.
Yeah.
Or, hey, I know Kendrick, I'm in the studio, took a boomerang. I mean, for the world to see, like on a track.
I feel like he doesn't, besides his, baby king, but that's his family. So it's like he put him on, which is cool. But I don't really see him bringing out any new West Coast artists. I think, and in today's time, it seems like a lot of people who just don't feel that responsibility. Like you said with the Game, which like you said with other West Coast artists before Kendrick was king, that was something that was big, collabing, showing love to the younger guys, etc. I think that's a lost art at this point in time, just because of the way music and streaming is. Niggas don't even link up in the studio no more. Like they just send a verse over, and that's what it is. So I don't think he's even in that mindset of trying to connect people and bring new artists out. Even though he should be, if you're going to be the king of the West Coast, because you look at places like Atlanta, and it's like one of the niggas getting the door, and they got 50 niggas behind him that they bringing up right along with him. So I mean, shit, QC signed nigga, everybody's homie from the same block. So it's like that's where we kind of need to be at. But unfortunately, LA at this point in time is not moving that way.
It's wild because Game took Nipsey on tour. Game took Kendrick on tour. So Game was exposing new up-and-coming acts who would later go on to be successful in the industry before there were anybody. Before anybody knew their names, he was exposing them to the mainstream. Like, look, these are my fans. Go showcase your talent. And if you could pull some fans from my fan base, more power to you. I don't see that happening. Not saying he's not doing it behind the scenes, but I don't care about behind the scenes. What you doing for the world to see? Because musically, if we don't hear your music, if we don't see you, we don't know you exist. So I could be plugging you with plugs behind the scenes, but if the world don't know it, it's damn near irrelevant. Because this is the world of social media. This is the world of, you got to show me now, the popcorn generation, microwave generation. If you're not in my face damn near every day, I forgot you. You don't exist.
Nah, that's fact. I think Kendrick, and something that I realized about TDE artists is that they go on other people's tracks, but you won't necessarily see people on their bodies of work. And I think that's, it could be looked at as a bad thing, but when we're speaking about musically, it shows how I think musically talented they are to be able to create those types of albums pretty much completely by themselves with only the people within their camp. I think they just overall understand that maybe these artists just don't fit their sound. So I'm not going to bring you on here when you don't fit this, even though you should try to maneuver and make some way where you can get people on a track. I think overall that's what TDE kind of has been birthed out of. It's just them motherfuckers doing their thing with each other, and then making it big off that.
Yeah, because when I'm thinking about the West, who do new artists go to get broken in the game? It's either you going to TDE or you got to go through WAC 100.
Yes, like exactly. You got to do something like that. You got to. That's really it. I mean, and WAC, who the last person he had? Blueface. Like, so it's like
WAC had Blueface. He had Savi third before that, but
and that's That's big too. That's
he dropped the ball with that by going to jail and doing other little shit because he should really be a superstar right now. So he fucked that off because he was supposed to be put out on Cash Money West before Blueface. So other than that, Wack has turned himself into a personality, which has turned himself into a social media superstar with the Clubhouse, with the beefing with niggas every week. Then now he's on No Jumper. He got the show over there. So Wack himself is now a figure. So I don't think he really got time to be breaking new artists. He like, shit, I am the artist. I'm up.
We don't really got that. Yeah, and it's like, that's the problem. We don't, at least from what I see, we don't have nobody in the streets or on social media like crazy trying to find the new talent and the artist. It's like LA's weird, right? Because, or West Coast is weird because niggas will see you for years doing your thing, but won't bring you up until you already in the room with it. Then it's like, oh, what's up, bro? Like, I fuck with what you're doing. Let's hop on a song. Let me get a feature, etc. But nigga, when I was outside the building, still making a smaller, noise, but smaller, niggas wasn't trying to hear me. So now I gotta do and get up in here. And then at that point, niggas already got a chip on their shoulder. They don't even want to fuck with niggas. So I feel like that's where the disconnect comes, and that's why we don't end up
out of LA to crack
because of that. You said what?
Oh no, you was glitching. You was in the Matrix. I thought we lost you.
Damn, for real?
Yeah, I said LA is the only place, like you said, they'll see you booming, cracking, working. They know you can make it, but they're still not gonna co-sign you. But the second you go over to Atlanta, oh shit, he cracking in Atlanta now. Let me attach myself. Oh, you go to Miami. Oh, he cracking in Miami. Now they want to co-sign you. Oh, he's cracking in New York. Now they want to co-sign you. But niggas don't want to be the first to co-sign you out here. That's the problem with niggas. You go to Atlanta, Atlanta's co-signing you first. You don't got to come to LA. We gonna find out you cracking in Atlanta because Atlanta's backing you. And that's all we hearing from Atlanta. LA is totally different.
They got stories of everybody in Atlanta got the story pretty much. They was with the homie in the studio, smoking, drinking, and they was just like, just get in the booth. Like niggas just getting in the booth doing whatever. And then, a week, a month later, they're like, hey, keep coming back. We want to see you grow. We want to see you work. And I don't think we had that same culture in the West Coast. It's like every man for himself. Until you can do something for me, you're irrelevant. Like once you're able to provide a service and maybe boost my stats, then I'll fuck with you. But until then, you kind of on the outside looking in.
See, this is the thing. You said he brought out a gang of artists for the show on Amazon. This is the thing, though. Nobody was looking for them on Amazon. We kind of was just sitting there waiting to hear Not Like Us. So nobody ears was really registering to what anybody was performing because you wasn't there for that night. Like if he would have held a concert that wasn't derived around the Drake beef and showcasing new talent, to me, that'd hit harder. But let's be for real. We all were just waiting for Not Like Us. That's it. We wasn't waiting to hear nobody else. We're like, all right, cool. Who next? All right, cool. Who next? It's like when you're watching a Mayweather fight. Unless you're a super fan of the sport, you don't care about the undercards. Yeah. Y'all at the house playing cards. Y'all drinking. Oh, shit, Mayweather on. But the niggas who really love boxing, to be the one or two niggas at the kickback really watching.
Right here. Right.
That's how the pop-out was. The niggas who really love hip-hop, they was really watching. Everybody else was in there. Oh shit, Not Like Us.
Yeah.
Like, bro, let's be for real.
That's true. And that's, I think the intent was good of what it was, but exactly that. Like after that, it's like you have a surge. It's like when we do something and we go viral, you might have a surge for that week, but then after that, you got to keep it up and keep the consistency up to kind of keep that you know what I mean, that popularity going, or that you know what I mean. But besides that, I don't think anybody was able to do that. So I think the eyes that they got from the pop out, it was oversaturated, if that's what the word I could use for lack of a better term. Like it was just so many people viewing it because they wanted to see that diss, that I think it inflated some ego and maybe inflated the West Coast thought process on what might be next for us, if that makes sense when it comes to being received by other regions.